Well, I'm back in Moscow after my holiday and back with the Russian papers, which this morning devote plenty of column space to the Trump-Putin meeting in Budapest that could happen soon. Whether or not it does, the pro-Kremlin press is clearly delighted by the prospect of another high-profile US-Russia summit, this time in Europe, but without the EU at the table. A military commentator in Komsomolskaya Pravda writes, "We look forward to the summit in Budapest, but have no illusions. Personally, I see no grounds for a ceasefire, but seeing what's happening around Pokrovsk, Kostiantinovka and Kupiansk, I have cautious optimism that Russia's negotiating position will be strengthened." Moskovsky Komsomolets takes issue with Donald Trump saying, "Let both Russia and Ukraine claim victory." No, in real life this doesn't happen. Maybe history doesn't teach us anything, but we are still paying for Gorbachev's unilateral end to the Cold War, where there are no victors. With our blood and with our territories, there is always one winner. So the special military operation will not end any time soon. No hint of compromise then in that comment, but plenty of resentment at the loss of empire. And it's an example of the alternative reality which is presented to the Russian public. In reality, Russia has been seizing and occupying Ukrainian territories. Same paper, and this commentator is both criticising Donald Trump and celebrating Moscow's apparent ability to talk him out of stronger support for Kiev. In the game of Trump tug-of-war, we're in the lead again. In the couple of weeks before the meeting with Putin in Budapest, Trump will be pulled in the opposite direction by telephone calls and visits from Europe. Then Putin will pull him back to our side again. Peacemaking is difficult today, even if all you want to do is declare that you've concluded peace without actually doing it. And Trump doesn't need anything more than a loud statement about having ended the 7th, 8th, 9th war, or whatever number it is. The paper also wonders how Vladimir Putin will get to Budapest, which route he'll take, since many countries unfriendly to us have closed their airspace to our aircraft. But a Russian general declares, "I have no doubt that Trump will make all NATO states fall in line. An impeccably conducted meeting is a matter of prestige for him. Therefore, representatives of European states will click their heels and stand to attention until our plane flies over. Even on the ground, they will stand for an hour before our plane appears and another hour after it's gone." The condescending, mocking tone here is very evident. The Russian government paper Rossiyskaya Gazeta declares, "The Russia-US summit is scaring the European elite. The announcement of Budapest as the venue for a new summit of the US and Russian presidents is a nightmare for EU leaders. Even if there is no breakthrough on Ukraine, for Budapest, the summit will be of the utmost importance in its confrontation with Brussels. European bureaucrats have always tried to portray Orban as a pariah. They regularly try to punish Hungary. But now everything has changed. The leaders of the two most powerful states on the planet are going to Orban. And the Ursulas, the Macrons and the Merzes are forced in impotent anger to watch what is happening from the sidelines. Europeans have been saying for years that the European Union should become an active global player, another centre of power. The meeting in Budapest shatters these aspirations to smithereens. Which brings me back to my original point. Moscow sees geopolitical positives in the idea of a Budapest summit, whatever the outcome. As for that tie Pete Hegseth was wearing during the meeting with President Zelensky, Moscow is clearly delighted by that too. The Rossiyskaya Gazeta, the colours of Pentagon Chief Pete Hegseth's tie were those of the American and Russian flags. Moskovsky Komsomolets, Minister of War Hegseth's white, blue and red tie, this is quite different from Ursula's blue and yellow. Just wait, Zelensky, until Trump and Putin start digging their tunnel linking the US and Russia. That Arctic tunnel is the idea of Vladimir Putin's envoy, according to Komsomolskaya Pravda. Washington's interested.